Hello, John.
Hello.
Good week?
You say that every week.
Throwing our mind back to a few episodes ago, we spoke about a man called Joly. A good friend of yours.
Well, he is now over the years, he has been.
And Joly was working out in LA as somewhat of a promoter, connecting artists.
Yeah. He'd gone to the Los Angeles in about late 83. He was looking for the bulletin board scene, and that was beginning of the World Wide Web.
Right.
So we'll better leave that.
Yeah.
Well, Joly was saying we'd do a show. Circle Jerks would have to play with the bigger band. I'd do about 10 days.
Because Joly was interested in one-way system, wasn't he?
I was more interested in me.
Okay.
And trying to evolve.
Because he was very familiar with your archive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when he came to your house 6 months prior.
Yeah.
Your stuff. So because you were closely connected with one-way system, was that the reason why you brought him out?
Yes.
And so he intended to put one-way system on with a bigger band like Circle Jerks and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Well, 2 weeks is rung up. Joly said the Circle Jerks have had an accident. The singer has broken his neck.
Oh, Jesus.
It's off. 10 days are off.
Wow.
Fucking hell. We didn't know what to think. We'll do a Olympic Auditorium and do a smaller show a couple of days away.
So the tour that was initially planned was considerably reduced to just those 2 shows?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
6 tickets arrived. We had to sell the tickets back to, I don't know who they were, but got them up to US Embassy in London. We were very lucky that they got through. So we went to buy similar tickets for the next day, and we got them cheaper.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not too bad then. Well, pretty bad situation for the person, who broke in his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he survived.
Yeah, that's the main
and
thing.
And he's still going to this day.
Oh, good. That's good. I mean, from the jump then, your trip to America was considerably different.
Yeah. When we got there, we had to ring Joly, and he came in a car and picked us up, and he hadn't taken anything, any guitars, pickups. We had to hire everything.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God, yeah. It never cost him. Tell him what he couldn't buy or rent. Well, fucking hell, we rented all those things.
That must have been quite an expensive trip then.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. Anyway, we got there and Suicidal Tendencies were going to be the headliner. The size of the place, 10,000, only 3,000 or 4,000 of them. It was so big in comparison. Gobsmacked, we were.
Yeah, because that's probably the first time you'd seen kind of a show on that scale.
Yeah.
Especially for such an kind of underground scene.
And flip side, we're going up 2 VHS cameras, an old ammunition box with a switcher in. They could switch between cameras. We couldn't believe it. Ours was about 5 times better. We were dealing in quality, but they were doing a VHS style. It was good. Right. It was good.
So One Way System played the one show at the Olympic Auditorium, and then they played another show where?
I don't know. It was a smaller venue. Illegal parties. Police came and stopped it eventually. That was a good show. It was the guys had relaxed into it.
Yeah.
And that's how we should have done it all. Do 10 dates. They will have
eased into it.
Yeah. It didn't happen. Happen.
With it being cut down from 10 dates to 2, I mean, it's not much time to get into the swing of things, is it?
Yeah. And Suicidal Tendencies were absolutely brilliant.
So Suicidal Tendencies, were these people part of the hardcore scene?
Oh, yeah. Circle Jerks was exactly the same.
Did One Way System kind of fit in that scene?
Oh yeah, they fitted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was somewhat different to how the UK music was. It was a bit basic.
Yeah, so it was kind of a couple chords, couple notes.
Yeah. We then went to, we got a planer, sent them off. We'd done the week, and I think where they were was quite away. Los Angeles is a big place. It's bloody outrageous, the size of it. We were about half a day, 4 hours to go drive to their place. We spent about 4 or 5 hours there.
Whose place did you go to?
Flipside.
Flipside, right.
We just went in and they started showing us stuff, and we got the 3 and 5 and 6. I'll give you just a clue of what it was like. Agent Orange, Big Boys, the Toy Dolls, TSOL, UK Subs, Bad Religion, DOA, Sonic Youth, Exploited. It was bloody good. And they showed us the Toy Dolls from 83 and 84, or 82 and 83, and that was very good. Very good. And Motorhead, and the GBH Brit Boys, they were 82 and 83. And they gave us a one-way system.
So Flipside were this company in America who were doing quite similar things to J Sounds.
Oh, yes.
You made those compilation videos out of the stuff that they had shared with you.
Yes.
Right.
They just videoed 3, 5 and 6, and we just mimicked them.
Were they recording when you were at the Olympic Auditorium, or were you the only film crew there?
We weren't a film crew. They were Flipside.
Right.
I was just my Super 8. And then when we went to Media Bliss with Gary Tate, he gave us Toy Dolls. They were recording about 3 songs, but we just chose one of them and put it on the end of We're Mad.
Had you met Gary Tate through Joly?
Yeah. He'd got Specimen and loads of other bands. When we got home, we have to come to terms with what's been happening with 3 weeks, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot to take
in. Gary Tobar took us out to Long Beach. He introduced us to Big Frank at the Z Records, because he was the big bouncer at the Olympic Auditorium. And he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
And Long Beach, what a place. What a fucking place.
Were Suicidal Tendencies, were they signed to Z Records?
No, they were a record shop.
Oh, a record shop.
Yeah.
Right.
We went to meet Big Frank, and he sold an enormous amount of tickets for the show. Well, about 12 of these, all 10 miles or so between each other.
So you had these record shops that would sell tickets
Yes,
on behalf
yes.
of the venue.
Yes, and we went to see Marilyn Monroe's grave. I don't know why, but, you know, we touched it. And, yeah.
In the area, you're going to make the most, aren't you?
Yeah. We're Howard Hughes, a 6-engine boat, take off from water.
Jesus.
Go up about 80 feet. It wouldn't go any higher.
After LA, what happens next?
We went to San Francisco, met Stefan Gawowski. He's a British guy who'd been a VJ. Very early days, and he'd gone to San Francisco in maybe about 83. And he just got to know everybody.
Yeah, all part of the same scene.
Yeah. He said we should go and see Stephen Parr, because he's got a film called Maimed Artist. It was about 22 minutes, and It was about survival research laboratories. Fucking hell. And Mark Pauline, he'd do these amazing characters. They were mechanical and do fucking all sorts of weird things. And he'd do a pot in a parking lot. His right hand was only one finger. It's like, fucking hell.
Was that from the work he was doing with the machines? So he
Yeah.
was a bit of like a machine artist.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, God, it was incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, I remember seeing your footage. It was never really seen anything like that.
No.
Yeah, it's quite spectacular. I mean, he drew a crowd, didn't he, when
Oh,
he was
God,
putting
yeah.
on those shows?
Yeah.
And it's understandable why.
Yeah.
You must have been quite grateful to get that quite unique
Oh, God, yeah.
footage.
Yeah. You know, there were other cribbed about astronaut and Coke Nazi, loads of other films that we could bring back.
During your stay out there, John, majority of the films you acquired for other people. They kind of gave you the right to distribute them.
Yes. Hollywood Halloween.
Ah.
By John Paul, and it was a fantastic array of going out on the car parks and sidewalks of the Hollywood Halloween. Everyone dressed up. They were fantastic. We went to the Target video at Joly. Unfortunately, it wasn't in, but we left a message. But he's not, to this day, on the internet. But he doesn't ever contact us. You know, it's a shame. Dirk Dirksen, who was a big promoter, he put on the Dead Kennedys a lot. He was a good guy. I'll tell you, that fantastic performance was what we come away with. Was mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It was mind-boggling.
I mean, a lot happened within those 3 weeks.
Yeah.